Hey Periscope, my name is Michelle. I'm with Living Oily, and I am going to do a little class for you today about the basics with Young Living and essential oils. I know this time is a difficult one. 3 o'clock in Arizona, your kids are on their way home from school, or you are at work, or if you're east of me, you are getting dinner for the kids, and maybe your husband's or your significant other's getting home from work. So no, it's a difficult time. Great thing is that you can view this for 24 hours, so don't feel pressured to sit and watch the whole thing right now. I'm going to load this onto my YouTube page and my YouTube channel, and I will copy and share that link on my Facebook page. My Facebook page, the easiest way to get there is www.tinyyurl.com/livingoilyfb for Facebook. So tinyurl.com/livingoilyfb will take you to my Facebook page. It's where I post all of my Periscope events, my live events, my Facebook events, and it's where I'll share all my Periscope links. So we'll go ahead and get started. I don't want to waste any of your time. I'll tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Michelle. I have been using essential oils for about 3.5 years, exclusively Young Living for 2.5, and I got started using them when I was pregnant. I had just gotten pregnant with my son, who's going to be 2 next week, boy number 2, and I was just looking for alternatives. I was looking for alternatives to help with some pregnancy related issues I was having, and trying to clear out the toxins and the chemicals and different ways of cleaning in our house, and just looking for a healthy alternative. And I was drawn to Young Living for a few different reasons, and I'll touch on that in a little bit. And I realized very quickly after using the Young Living essential oils how quickly they worked, how much more powerful they were than the other oils I was using, and it just worked for my family better than any other oils I was using. So made the switch about a year ago. Last summer is when I decided to take advantage of the abundant side of Young Living and teach classes and grow a business and start earning a little bit of money, so that the oils and the products that I use every month are being paid for, and it's just taken off. So hugely blessed there. So we'll go ahead and get started. The first thing I would like you to do, sorry if I talk fast, but I don't want this to be forever, to take too long, but the first thing I want you to do is grab a piece of paper and jot down a couple health goals, a couple things that you would like to learn about essential oils. And as I'm going through talking about the different oils that come specifically in the Premium Starter Kit, think about which 3 to 5 of those oils would be best for you to start with. It's a lot less overwhelming when you think about, when you get your Premium Starter Kit that comes with 11 oils, have an idea of which oils you're really going to start with and then grow on that. And before I keep going, there's little black dots on the screen. My phone is about 3 years old, and so hopefully they're not too distracting, but I can't get rid of them. Hopefully in a couple months I can get a new phone. So, moving right along. So I do need to give you my obligatory disclaimer. I am not a doctor. I'm not able to diagnose, treat, or cure disease. These oils are not regulated by the FDA, and please don't go running off and getting off of your medications because I said this essential oil is great for this system, and you thinking that you have to stop any medications. That's not the intention of this class. What I can do, even though I'm not a doctor, is I can empower wellness into you. I can share my knowledge with you, share my experiences, share my testimonies, and empower you to go off and do your research and decide what's going to be best for you and your family. Take it, run with it, ask me questions if you need to, and we'll go from there. So first I want to touch on toxins. So our lives are full of toxins. We breathe them in. They're on our skin with our beauty products. We clean with them. Pesticides, everywhere you go, they spray for bugs, and all of those you breathe in, and they get into your bloodstream. Our bodies are not actually developed to handle these foreign chemicals and toxins. What our body is developed to take in are pure plant-based, real products and real ingredients. Your foods, it's always better to shop organic, especially off of the Dirty 12 list. You want to avoid the fruits and vegetables on that Dirty 12 list. And if you need it, let me know, shoot me an email and I can send it to you. But you want to avoid that Dirty 12 list when you're buying your fruits and vegetables. So just remember that everything that touches your skin gets into your bloodstream. Everything that you put in your mouth gets into your bloodstream. Everything you breathe in aromatically goes straight into your bloodstream. And so that's the number one concern, and the number one reason for me to start using Young Living and their products and essential oils was to get those toxins out of my house. So what are essential oils? They're volatile, natural aromatic liquids distilled from plants and plant parts. They are either steam distilled or fruits like grapefruit, lemon, lime. Those are all cold pressed from the rind. The essential oils are actually the lifeblood of the plant. They are what keeps the plant healthy and striving and keeps it well. And these essential oils can actually have the same benefits in our body as they do the plant themselves, kind of like our blood does. That's what the essential oil is to the plant. There's great care is needed in distilling these oils, so you want to make sure that the essential oils that you have, you want to know the process. You want to make sure you know how they are extracting these essential oils from the plants. Which is key. What's in the essential oils that's actually helping and what can actually make changes at the cellular level, that's the chemical constituents. I encourage you to go do some research on the chemical constituents, but those levels can actually determine, and those properties can actually determine the purity and potency and therapeutic grade of the essential oils. Again, the chemical constituents are determined by the distillation process, the soil that it's grown on, was it organic, distillation, was it low heat, high heat, was it chemically were there chemical solvents that were actually extracting the essential oil from the plants? All of those have an impact on the chemical constituents. I have my notes behind me because I don't want to forget. I always seem to forget something that I wish I didn't, so I want to make sure I'm looking at my notes and not forgetting anything. So there's different quality grades of essential oil. That's another important thing to remember. So you've got your grade A, which is your therapeutic and medicinal grade. It's safe for internal use, it's pure, it's unadulterated, it's first distilled, which means they take the plants and they distill it. The first time they distill it, that's the first distillation. There are companies out there that do second and third distillations. Young Living does not. Young Living distills first. All of the byproduct, all of the floral waters are either bottled and saved, or what happens with most of the product is it's put back into the ground, and that's actually what they use to fertilize the ground. And so it is an organic process. There's grade B, which is going to be your natural food grade oils. Those are going to be the ones you purchase in the health store. They're mostly distilled at high heat. The higher the heat, the more the chemical constituents actually burn out of the essential oil. Higher quality or higher quantities, usually it's second and third distillation they're thinking, let's get the most out of these plants. That's not always the best. And it may still contain chemicals or synthetic material. And then you've got your grade C, which is your perfume grade, and your floral waters, which is the water that is it's the lowest quality. It's sometimes floral waters can be synthetic or nature identical, but floral water can also be the water that comes off from the distillation process. So those are your different grades. So just a little science for you. Frequency is a measurable rate of electrical energy that is constant between any 2 points, and every living thing has a frequency. So a healthy body, you typically have a frequency between, let's see if I can remember, between 62 and 78 megahertz, while disease sets in at about 58 degrees. So there's clinical research that shows that essential oils have the highest frequency of any natural substance known to man, and can actually create an environment which microbes cannot live. The higher, if you want to keep your frequency between that 62 and 78 megahertz, and to keep you healthy. The human brain, for example, the human brain runs between 72 and 90 megahertz. So each essential oil has its own frequency levels. So lavender has 118 megahertz. Peppermint is 78. Frankincense is 147. Rose is 320 megahertz. And Idaho blue spruce is up there at 580 megahertz. So by using these essential oils, you can actually help keep your frequency level at a healthy rate. The essential oils are made up of very, very small molecules, and it can break your blood-brain barrier very quickly, which is a benefit. And they're so small that the molecules can actually make their way. When you put a drop of, say, peppermint, or we'll say purification, you put a drop of thieves or purification on the bottom of your foot, within 20 minutes, every cell in your body is going to be coated with 40,000 molecules of that essential oil, because they're very, very small and they move very quickly through the body. So a lot of people ask me all the time why I chose Young Living over other companies, and I'm going to tell you a little bit why. I could be here all day telling you, so I'm going to avoid that. Mainly the seed to seal guarantee was the big winner for me. You've got Gary Young. He's the founder and he's the CEO. He's actually a pioneer in essential oils. What all of these other companies are doing, they have learned from Gary. They're using just the distillation process, and they're using the methods that Gary Young has perfected, and I wanted to be a part of that. They've been around for more than 20 years. They're one of the oldest essential oil companies. Been around for 20 years, and they prove their world leader status. It's important to know that there's a lot of companies out there, and they're not all created equally. They all have different standards, and they all do different things to their oils before they bottle them. 30%, only 30% of Young Living's oils that they actually distill are bottled and sold. The other 70% usually doesn't meet Gary Young's strict standards, and it's put back into the earth as fertilizer. So if you find that an essential oil is out of stock, it's because maybe the batch that they had didn't meet Gary's standards, and he is not going to settle to sell us an oil that doesn't have the proper levels of chemical constituents just because the oil is out of stock. He'd rather recommend another oil out there that will match within the chemical constituents and do the same thing to our body. He'd rather recommend a different oil we use rather than sell us an oil that's not to the quality that he requires. There are no federal standards on essential oil bottling labels, which means that when you go to a store and buy a bottle of essential oil, say it's a 1 ounce bottle, which I just recently saw a 1 ounce bottle of frankincense for $40, which is unbelievable because our 15 milliliter bottle costs about $70. So this 1 ounce bottle of essential oil of frankincense, the bottle states 100% pure essential oil. The FDA says that only 3 to 5% of what's physically in the bottle has to be that 100% pure essential oil. One, you don't know how they distilled it and how they got that essential oil. And two, 95 to 97% of what's in that bottle doesn't have to be the essential oil. It could actually be fractionated coconut oil. It could be almond oil. It could be some other synthetic material that does not have to be disclosed on the bottle. So you need to be wary when buying essential oils through the stores, and just know your stuff. So, and know where what you're using on your family and on your body and in your body, you want to know where it comes from. So the Seed to Seal promise, I touched on that. On my Facebook page, I'm going to go ahead and post a link to a video I love to share. It's all about the Seed to Seal process. It's about 7 minutes long, but it's really worth your while. But basically, Young Living is the only company that actually owns their own farms. They own their own farms, and I'll post a map too of where they all are. And the farms that they don't own, they are exclusive partners of, which means these farms have guaranteed to Gary, and they are trustworthy that they will be doing the process the way that Gary intended and the way that Young Living expects. So Young Living owns the process and is in complete control of their essential oils from seed all the way to seal. It's seed, cultivate, distill, test, and then seal the bottle. We do have a third party that tests our oils along with our own people, and if it doesn't meet the standards, Gary Young won't sell it. The other reason that sometimes Young Living has certain products out of stock is because we do not outsource our material. So if we have a blue tansy farm, which we do, we have a blue tansy farm, and that is what's in Peace and Calming and in Valor, and what makes everybody love those two oils so much. It's a winter harvest. When we're done for the season, we're done for the season. We're not going to go to another blue tansy farm where we don't know their process and buy just so we can be able to provide these oils. So that's another reason, is making sure that they are promising that Seed to Seal guarantee. So how do we use these essential oils? There's a couple different ways. The most popular way and the number one way, and where I tell everybody to start, is aromatically. You want I don't want to forget this. So your smell is so powerful that emotional reactions can occur just by thinking of a scent, and it can bring back so many memories that I always tell people, start by inhaling. Just by inhaling, because they're volatile and these oils are always evaporating, the molecules are always being dispersed. The minute you open that bottle and you inhale it in, you're actually receiving those molecules and getting the benefits into your system. So you can diffuse them with a Young Living diffuser. That's a great way to get the benefit into your whole family and clear out your air and purify everything. You can also just inhale it directly from the bottle. Those are two great ways. Another way is topically. Remember that oils can carry some heat and have a warming effect to the skin. Oils like peppermint and thieves especially. You've got clove and cinnamon and a few others. And everybody's body's going to feel differently. Lavender on my oldest gives him a little bit of a skin rash, so I know I have to highly dilute it before putting it on him. My son Gavin could dump the bottle on his head and not have a reaction at all. So everybody's body chemistry is different and is going to be affected differently by essential oils. Topically, you can focus, if you Google the VitaFlex feet chart. There's different areas on the bottom of your feet where your nerve endings end that target certain systems in your body. So you can use the VitaFlex feet chart for applying essential oils. And you can put them behind your ear, directly on the system that you are focusing on. I like to wear them on the inside of my wrist and the back of my neck. On the spine is a great place on kids because they can't reach and play with their back. Feet with socks, another great way. Remember, topically, when using in a bath or putting into when taking a bath in particular, it's a great tip would be to use Epsom salt. The Epsom salt absorbs the oil, and then when you put the Epsom salt in the bath, it dissolves and actually helps disperse the oil a little bit. So just a little tip. The third way, I'm not going to really touch on that much, is internally. I only trust Young Living to take internally, and only certain oils are meant to take internally. Read the bottle, do your research, ask me questions. You can go to youngliving.com/safety guidelines, and it'll go ahead and tell you how to take these internally in different methods. Gel capsules, diluted, all great. You can also drink certain essential oils. I'll show you what I have going here. I've got my drink here. It's 2 ounces of the Ningxia Red. I have a drop of lemon, a drop of copaiba, a drop of frankincense, and a drop of sacred frankincense, and then a drop of Red Hot, the Young Living blend developed to be added to your Ningxia Red with some sparkling water. So it just makes my Ningxia Red last a little longer. But notice it's in glass and then metal straw. You never want to use plastic with essential oils. So moving right along, I'm going to talk a little bit about the Premium Starter Kit. So when you get your Premium Starter Kit, get some of the stuff out of the way, it's going to come like this. And then when you open it, it's going to come with a bunch of samples. So you've got your Stress Away here. I'll talk about that. You've got your sample bottles. You got some cards. Here's that Ningxia Red, 2 ounces of Ningxia Red, little sample bottles. But what we're going to talk about is the 10 oils that come in front. They come in this little pretty display. It even has a little stand to make it pretty. So we're going to go over each of these and talk just very, very briefly about what they're good for. I'm going to post a link on my Facebook page for this essential oil starter guide I've got here. And this starter guide is what you can kind of use as a guide while you're watching this class or just afterwards, but it gives uses, description, and everything about the oils. So that's great to have. It's a free document or a free document on the internet that you can save and bookmark to your internet. So we are going to talk about lavender first. Lavender is a Swiss Army knife of oils. It is great for it's calming, it's relaxing, it's good for topical use. We like putting lavender on, it's great on our skin, it's great for skin health, for skin issues, it's great. We inhale it for those seasonal, so you can have some seasonal support when the weather changes and everybody around you is sneezing. It's great for seasonal support. Respiratory function, we use it on my son. If he gets a nosebleed, we find that him smelling it actually helps. He seems to get nosebleeds when he's really wound up and super excited and or very upset, and the smell of lavender calms him down, and it usually can stop. And it just kind of takes him down a couple notches because he always seems to be high-wired, and takes him down a couple steps. So great Swiss Army knife, great. You should never be without lavender. Pretty much anything you can think of, lavender can assist with. The next oil is frankincense. So that is right here, top and center, and I love that it's top and center. It should be. It is great for concentration. It's calming and it's uplifting. It's spiritual. We used it. We anointed my son when he was born, and it wasn't a smell that I liked right away. They say that an oil that you dislike, that smells the worst to you, is actually the oil that you need the most, and over time you'll grow to love it, and that's what happened with frankincense. I love it now. It can promote the healthy cellular growth. It's great for skin health. It's in a lot of skincare products, and it's great for the immune system. It's a great oil. I love it as much as I love lavender. I use it just as much. So copaiba, this one right here. Copaiba is a new oil in the kit. I'm glad they added it because I was always telling people we're getting the Premium Starter Kit, and then I was saying, okay, now that you've got the kit, right away I want you to buy Copaiba, RC, and Digize. And those 3 are now in the kit. Perfect. Copaiba, it's I take it internally. I told you it was in my little Ningxia Red drink. It's great for overall body system support. It can relieve achy muscles and joints, any stomach distress that you have. It's great for. It can support the circulatory system, so it can get blood to areas that need it. Think of after you work out and you are sore, achy, your muscles are inflamed. You want to get blood to those areas, and this is one of those oils that can help do that because it helps your circulatory system. And we use it a lot for teething babies because it's safe for internal use. I put a little bit of Copaiba on my fingers and rub it all over my son's gums when my son just recently lost a tooth and it was bothering him. So put Copaiba on there. I use it internally along my back lower gum, which helps with any jaw pain that I'm having. It's a great oil. It's an enhancer oil too. I always forget to say this, but putting it with another essential oil will actually boost the chemical constituents of that oil that you put it with. So it's a great oil to have on hand, and it partners with everything. Every essential oil you can partner it with Copaiba and increase the benefits. Peppermint. Peppermint is, everybody knows peppermint as a great oil to help with digestive distress, any digestive issues that you have. It can help with. It's also great for inhaling if you're stressed, low energy. It can really pick you up. If you've got any head pains or aches, peppermint's going to be one. It does have a warming effect to the skin. It is a hot oil, so when using it topically, you want to make sure that you're diluting it. Once it's applied, I've noticed, and everybody will, it's got a really nice cooling effect. So aches and pains, I like to smell it for if I'm not feeling all that great on airplane rides, car rides for motion, ickies, it's a good one. And yes, I just said ickies. So, moving on, Thieves. Thieves is Young Living's most popular blend. It is developed. There are some copycats out there. Definitely some copycats, but this proprietary blend of 5 oils, cinnamon, clove, eucalyptus, lemon, and rosemary. Young Living is the first company to bottle it, put it together, and make this wonderful oil. And they have an entire line of Thieves products. Thieves, and I use everything. Their toothpaste, their household cleaner. I use their their bar soap, their foaming hand wash, their mouthwash. They have so many. Their dental floss. They have everything. Every laundry detergent. I could go on. But Thieves is the biggest oil for supporting a healthy immune system. We get Thieves rolled on the bottom of our feet every morning, year round, even a couple times a day during those winter seasons. It is. A study at Weber State University found that there was a 99.96% reduction of airborne viruses and bacteria when Thieves essential oil was diffused into the air. So diffuse it. It's one that's in my diffuser all the time. And there's a reason they made an entire Thieves line based off of this oil. It's your biggest winter I call it my winter wellness blend. But I use it all the time and it smells like Christmas. So who doesn't want to smell Christmas year round? Panaway. You'll notice, everybody asked me this, Panaway has a special top. That is actually a press and twist top, like a child protective seal, and that's because there is wintergreen in essential oils, or in Panaway, and wintergreen in high doses. Think of drinking 30 milliliters. These are 5 milliliter bottles, so think of drinking 15 to 30 milliliters of straight wintergreen. It can be toxic at high levels. Just to be safe, there are certain oils that contain wintergreen that have that special top. There are other oils as well besides the ones that contain wintergreen and wintergreen itself, but just know that that's why. Just in high doses, sometimes some essential oils can be toxic at internal use. And this Panaway, for example, it does not say on the bottle that it's safe for internal use. It is a topical use oil only. It is wintergreen, helichrysum, clove, and peppermint. It can be hot to the skin. I always dilute it. This is a great one I like to pair with Copaiba. We use this. Some people say it smells like root beer. I actually never thought about root beer until my upline mentioned it, and now every time I smell it, I smell root beer. It's a good thing I like root beer, but now that's all I smell when I smell it. It also kind of has a tiger balm smell to it because it's got the wintergreen in it. This is great. It eases bone and joint pain. It can help. It supports a healthy circulation, any body tensions or soreness. This is a great one. I like to mix this with shea butter and coconut oil and use it as an after workout rub. And there's another oil called Deep Relief. It's a Deep Relief roll-on. I like to always mention that one. It doesn't come in the premium starter kit, but Panaway does tend to be a little bit on the pricey side. A 5 milliliter bottle of it is about $47. Deep Relief is another oil that's more in the $20-$30 range. It comes in a 10 milliliter roll-on, and so if you get the premium starter kit and you're loving Panaway and all of a sudden you run out of it and Panaway's not in your budget, go to Deep Relief. You can order one oil a month. It never leaves my auto ship, my Essential Rewards auto ship, the Deep Relief, because I always have somebody that wants it, and I always want to make sure I don't run out of Deep Relief. Lemon is the other one we're going to talk about. So here's lemon. Nice and pretty. Lemon is so refreshing, and one of the cheaper oils. It actually takes somewhere around 70-75 lemons to get a bottle of lemon essential oil, and I can't remember if it's 5 milliliters or 15 milliliters, but either way it's a lot of lemons. And so I'm really grateful that lemon is as financially available. It's cheap and it's always available. They never run out of it. It never goes out of stock. So we take lemon internally. It's another oil that I put in my Ningxia here. But it's great for balancing your pH level. It's great for healthy cells and great for circulation. It's high in antioxidants, and it's got a lot of really great chemical constituents. I encourage you to go to PubMed, PubMed.gov, and do some research on lemon essential oils and see all the benefits that it has proven to be good for. But we use lemon. It's refreshing, it's light, it's energizing, it's a great oil. Moving on, what's next? Purification. One of my other favorites during the winter months, Thieves and Purification alternate in my diffuser. Purification is in my boys' diffuser in their rooms the most. They like that scent a little better than Thieves, and so since Thieves is a little powerful but has that immune system boosting potential, so does Purification, and that's what they like best. It's got lemongrass, rosemary, tea tree, myrtle, citronella, and lavender in it. We use this on a wool dryer ball in our laundry because we don't use scented laundry detergent. I make my own, and we use the Thieves now that they came out with it. But put it on a cotton ball in your vacuum air return, so as you're vacuuming, you're purifying the air. It's a very purifying oil. We put it in cotton ball and dirt and stinky shoes to kind of kill off any odors and smelliness. It's great for skin imperfections. It's great on throats. I put a little bit on my throat before I did this because I knew I would be talking a lot. So it's great to put on your throat. It can kind of just help support that area and keep your voice from cracking. But Purification is one that you definitely want to use. It's good for keeping bugs away. It's one that you can just put a couple drops of Purification in water with the spray bottle and spray it on your skin, and it helps repel those nasty bugs. So RC is next. It's another oil that's new to the premium starter kit, and one of the oils that I always told people to get after they got the premium starter kit. It's got cypress, spruce, 3 different varieties of eucalyptus, myrtle, peppermint, pine, marjoram, lavender, and it is my Breathe Easy oil. There actually is a roll-on called Breathe Again, which is great, and it's a great partner with RC. This is, but it comes in a roll-on, so it's for topical application. RC is great in the diffuser. I pair it with Copaiba. Idaho Balsam Fir is another favorite that I partner it with that's not in the kit. But it's great just for, it can support your lungs and your chest and just make breathing easier. You can make a chest rub out of it with coconut oil and put it on the back, kind of the upper back area in your chest, diffusing it. It just helps you breathe. It's good for the seasonal, the winter season, just to keep everything healthy and everything working great. Digize, that's the third oil that I tell people to get. This is Digize for digestion. It supports the digestive system. So anything that you can think of, any issues that you can think of that arise from your gut and your digestive system, Digize is your oil. I take this in a veggie capsule every night. I take 2 to 3 drops with coconut oil in a vegetable capsule every night as just part of a, to keep everything working the way it should. It really was a lifesaver with my son, my youngest, when he was 2 months old and things weren't flowing as well as they could between the chiropractor and using Digize on him, very diluted. It helped get him regular again and keep him moving. So it's got tarragon, ginger, peppermint, juniper, fennel, patchouli, lemongrass, great oils in it. It's one of those oils that some people love it and some people hate the smell of it. But again, if you hate the smell of it, keep using it because it means you need it. Last but not least is Stress Away. So Stress Away is not on this beautiful stand. It's in the Premium Starter Kit because it's a bonus oil. So those of you who get the Premium Starter Kit, maybe you choose, instead of getting these oils with a diffuser, you decide to get the Thieves Kit. That comes with 2 bottles of the Thieves Household Cleaner and the hand purifier, waterless hand purifier, and a bunch of other Thieves things. You won't get these, but you'll still get Stress Away and everything that I showed you that was in this kit. And then there's the Ningxia Red kit that comes with a bunch of Ningxia Red stuff. So different options for you if you're not ready to start on your essential oil track, but you want to get the chemicals and toxins out of your house. I would start with Thieves because you're gonna get those cleaning you're gonna replace all of your cleaning products and your hand soap and your mouthwash and your toothpaste with everything that comes in that Thieves kit. So last oil is Stress Away. It's got copaiba, lime, cedarwood, vanilla, ocotea, and lavender. We apply this directly. I use it with the roll-on fitment. You get a little roll-on bottle, and I don't have mine right now, but it comes a little roll-on, and you roll it on directly. I roll it onto my neck, the back of my neck. I diffuse it. I add it to my water sometimes, but Stress Away does exactly what it says. It's Stress Away. It's calming, it's peaceful, and it just helps you kind of release any tensions that you have. I already talked a little bit about the Thieves Household Cleaner. I like to touch on this in case there's some of you that are interested in the Thieves Premium Starter Kit. The Household Cleaner, it's non-toxic, it's versatile, it's effective, it's economical, it works for everything. Everything I clean with the Thieves Household Cleaner in different dilutions, but you've got my toilets, my kids' high chairs, their toys, any bodily fluids on the floor or in the bathroom. Everything, my kitchen counters, my sink, my laundry, I add a little bit in my laundry as a boost, my dishwasher, everything gets cleaned with Thieves, the household cleaner. And it's actually, so a 14-ounce bottle. Let me grab one really quick so I can kind of show you. I have one over here. So this is a 14.4 ounce of the Thieves household cleaner. One capful is a half ounce. So it's a 1 to 30 ratio. So I use 2 capfuls in a 32-ounce bottle for regular cleaning. If some people use the 24-ounce bottles and they use a lighter dilution, which works just fine, and it's 1 capful of concentrate in a 24-ounce bottle, it actually makes 28 bottles of that cleaner, which makes each cleaning bottle 75 cents. So it's economical. It's cheap. It's cheaper than I think it should be, but I'm buying it as much as anybody else, so I am glad that Young Living has kept it affordable. So that's pretty much my spiel. That talks about all the oils, and I touched a little bit on the Premium Starter Kit. I do want to talk a little bit about the difference between a wholesale membership and a retail membership. So if you are a retail customer, you buy everything at retail cost. You create an account like you would create an account at Kohl's or at JCPenney, and Dillard's, any online account. You log in, you order what you want, you pay full price, they ship it to you, and you're good to go. The wholesale membership is comparable to a Costco membership in that it is your membership. It's your wholesale membership. You can walk in or log in and buy anything you want at 24% off of the retail. There are no obligations to sell. There's no obligations to purchase every month or requirement. It is your account. You get your you do have to purchase one of the starter kits, one of the premium starter kits to get you started. It's a great deal. The premium starter kit that comes with the home diffuser is $160 and saves you about, I think it's around $80 that you save versus buying everything individually at the wholesale price. And it just gets you started. After that initial premium starter kit purchase, if you decide to not purchase anything for a couple months, then that is your choice and you are not required to do anything but what you need. There are opportunities with the wholesale membership to earn points through the Essential Rewards Auto Ship program. The Essential Rewards Auto Ship program is optional, and it's something that you can set up when you sign up, or it's something that you can sign up at a later time. It does require a $50 or minimum 50 product volume order per month, but every order you place, you get points back. So those points back that you get, you can just turn in for free oils. So that's, again, an optional. Most people end up signing up for it once they start using the oils, because they realize that they're running out of oil so often that they need to replace them. Because they're using them for everything. They're using them, they're diffusing them, they're applying them topically, they're putting them on their kids, they're sharing them with their friends and family members, because once you realize how amazing these oils are, you want to share them with your friends. You want to make sure that they know the benefits of essential oils and that there's so many great ways to use them. So that's the difference between the wholesale and the retail membership. And like I said, there's a couple different ones. When you sign up as a wholesale member, you get to pick which kits you want. If you want the kit with the oil, with these oils right here, then you get to pick your diffuser. I'm going to go ahead and turn my phone around. I'm going to sorry, I have it mounted on a stand. There it is. Okay, sorry. So I'm going to turn this around and show you my computer screen really quick. I'll go ahead and show you this. So that's the premium starter kit with the oils right there. There's different diffusers. So you've got your bamboo diffuser, your home diffuser, which is the most popular. You've got your dewdrop diffuser and your aria diffuser. And then there are, I don't know if you can see that really quick. It's kind of blurry. But it does say, I don't know if I can get it to focus, but those are the prices. I'm going to post this on my Facebook page so that you have it. Please let me know if you have any questions. I know this was a lot of information and I talked really fast. My goal was to get done with this in 45 minutes, and I'm right there. Again, my email address is livingoilyl@gmail.com. My name is Michelle Castle. You can message me on Facebook, tinyurl.com/livingoily. FB is going to get you to my Facebook page. I do have a website you're more than welcome to check out. It is livingoily.myoilsite.com. It's got an email link on there to get you directly to me. But thank you. Let me know if you need anything. Hopefully those little dots on my screen, one specifically right on my forehead, weren't too distracting to you. But thanks for chiming in. And it was great talking with you guys, and look forward to continuing on with this Periscope thing and making more videos for you. You guys all have a great night.